Hello, I'm Justin Shaw, and I'm going to be talking about animating with Flash and understanding ease in and ease out. Whenever you start up Flash, what you're going to want to do is HTML. It doesn't really matter as long as your ActionScript 3.0, 2.0, it's fine. I would go with 3.0 just to keep it simple. I want to talk about the layout of everything. Now, your tools are over here, but they can easily be moved. If you grab this docking section, I like my tools over here. Crush it down a little bit. And the thing is, this is my work area. I'm going to talk about zooming in real quick. If I go to this tool, I can click and zoom in. And if I hold down Alt, I can zoom back out. But since it's vector graphics, I want to be able to see as much area as possible. Even zoom in again. I'm going to talk about this. As we go through, I like to use this brush tool. And the thing is, as I go through, I can change my settings down here, make it a little smaller. And I can change my smoothing. Watch if I have 0 smoothing. Now watch if I turn this up to 50. Now watch when I turn this to 100. 100 is really bad because these all look fine, but pay attention to this. If I do a little more work, say I'm trying to draw something, I go it works out okay. I'm going to go to 50. Starts to smooth out my lines, but if I go to 100, see how it radically starts changing the form so I can't really do it, and that can be pretty frustrating. Now this program is a lot like Photoshop. I think I'm going to zoom out one more time. If I hold down Alt or Spacebar, I can move the piece around, go back to my brush tool, and to change its color, I'm going to go down to this and I'm going to hit black. Make sure this one has a line through it so it's not doing anything. Now, understanding the layers is interesting. Turn this back down to 50. On the first layer, this is like Photoshop, but it's also got icons going across like this. So if you see 1 to 20, each one of these are its own individual image files. So if you imagine them as clear cellulose. I'm going to click and hold Shift, and I'm just going to draw the background. This is just the line that the ball is going to go across. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 20, I'm going to right-click, Insert Keyframe. And what that does is it copies this frame, this line, across all of these pieces of paper. So each frame 2 and frame 1 are exactly the same all the way to 20. I'm going to lock this layer by hitting the little lock. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to go to frame 1, and you see how it's empty? There's nothing drawn on it. I'm going to start with a rolling ball. I'm just going to draw myself a quick little ball. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to frame 20, insert blank keyframe, because I don't want to insert that frame all the way across. I'm going to draw the last keyframe. Now I want to draw one in the middle, because right now all I have is teleporting. But if I go to frame 10 and I click on this down here, onion skin, what it does is if I drag these little handles out to the side, it lets me see the frames together. And so I'm going to draw myself the middle frame. But before I do that, if I don't click right in here and hit right click insert blank keyframe, then I won't be able to do it because it'll just draw on one of the other frames. Now I should have these. It's like it's still not an animation if I turn off onion skin. And there's a play button down here, so if I hit play, it'll go to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between each one of these. And if I want to move a frame, I can click on it, pull my mouse up, don't click, and then click again, and you can scoot it over. I'm going to go in between each one of these. This is called tweening. Insert blank keyframe, turn on my watch, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a frame in between these. And I'm going to go to frame 15, insert blank keyframe, and draw a frame between these. That's more of an animation. And if I want to, I can smooth it out or move the distance between them. So if I come through here, insert blank keyframe, I can do what's called full animation. And I want to make sure I'm only seeing the frames I want to work on. And that's just filling in every single little spot. But that's rarely what you want, because that ends up taking a lot of time. And most people can't tell the difference between the normal animation by keyframe animation and full animation. By filling in a few of those dots, and if I hit this little loop button, this little arrow, and I hit play, it will just loop the animation to whatever I have grasped by these pieces. I'm going to scoot those back out. And now I've got a little bit of animation. But that animation's no fun. What I want to do is I'm just going to click all these, right click, remove frames. I'm going to go to frame 1, insert blank keyframe, and this time I'm going to talk about easing in and easing out. I want the ball to act like it's got inertia and weight. So I want it to start slow, speed up, and then slow back down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just like I did before. One ball, frame 20, insert blank keyframe, another ball, then I'm going to go in the middle, insert blank keyframe, but the difference is going to be as at frame, insert blank keyframe, instead of putting the ball directly in the middle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to favor one side, and I'm going to say that I want more frames closer to this ball. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to favor this side, like it's slowing down, so instead of putting them in the middle. I'm going to favor this side as well. I'm just making the ball slowly catch up on both sides, instead of evenly spacing it out. And what this gives me, I'm going to add a few more frames in for smoothness. And this one, I'm not going to favor. I'm just going to put it in the middle. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to put it in the middle. And I'm going to go in, I'm just going to start putting in a few more frames in the beginning, and what this is going to do is it's going to slowly make this ball feel like it just gets started going and then speeds up. Kind of favoring one side. Oh, that's a really bad circle. Come on. Let's give that a little bit of a watch. See how the ball seems to start slow, get faster, and then speed up. Now I'm going to make it slow down a little better. Second. I'm going to put a frame in between these. Speed it up just a little bit more. And I am doing full animation here, but it's to make it be even more obvious. Because whenever you throw a punch, you don't want it to instantly go from standing here basically like this, arms up, and then instantly go to the next frame, punch. Because you have no build-up. It makes your arms feel like they're weightless. And so you want to build up this speed. Two frames in the same spot. And don't try to draw perfect circles, just try to animate. Get some stopping at the end. But as you see, this creates a much more smooth motion, and if you pay any attention, and hopefully you'll try some things like this to just play around with it. If I say, guy's gonna punch, insert blink keyframe, he's gonna go punch, bam, and if I see how that punch seems really fast because there's no charge up, and it also seems really light. If I go in here right in the middle and I give myself a lean back, gather up power, still seems a little fast, so I'm just going to scoot that out a little bit. And this is the type of game you play, drawing these in between frames. Trying to make your characters and everything feel like it's got weight. And then whenever I'm done, what I want to do is I'm going to make sure that I save things in a way that I can find them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have assignment name underscore my name dot FLV, or whatever the file type that you're going to save it as. Then I'm going to go File, and I'm going to save it, Save As, and Save As, I'm going to make sure I name it correctly, so I'm going to say ball ease in out underscore J Shaw. And then I'm going to save this thing, FLA, hit save. Now that'll let you work on this later if you hit File and Open. But I want to also save this as a video, so I'm going to hit File, and I'm going to go to Export. Export Movie. And I'm going to call this thing the exact same thing, ball ease in out underscore J Shaw. What I'm going to do, desktop. And I don't want a JPEG, I want a SWF. And what that's going to give me, if I go out here and I find this thing, it's going to render out my video. And this is the kind of thing that you want to keep once you're done. It's the thing you want to show people. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that helped everyone.